If you wear a modern smartwatch or fitness tracker, you are probably familiar with a specific daily goal: 10,000 steps. It is a number engineered by marketers to make us feel guilty if we spend too much time sitting on the couch. We view hitting this target as a major achievement of self-discipline and healthy living. But on the timeline of human history, walking 10,000 steps, which is roughly 5 miles, is not a workout. It is an absolute bare minimum. For 99% of our evolutionary history, our ancestors walked double or even triple that distance every single day just to survive. They didn't do it to stay fit, and they certainly didn't have step counters. Their bodies were literally engineered to walk. So, how did a hairless, clawless ape become the undisputed long-distance walking champion of the planet? And why did our survival depend on it? The secret to our long-distance superpower is a massive biological redesign that started when we got up off all fours and stood on 2 legs. Bipedalism, walking upright, is an incredible feat of natural engineering. If you watch a chimpanzee try to walk on 2 legs, they look clumsy, rocking side to side in a highly inefficient, waddling gait. Chimpanzees use about 75% more energy walking than we do because their bodies are designed for the trees, not the ground. But human walking is highly optimized. When you walk, your body behaves like an inverted pendulum. With every step, your leg acts as a pivot, allowing gravity to swing your body forward. Once you get moving, your muscles barely have to work to keep you going. We essentially spend our days falling forward and catching ourselves with perfect mechanical efficiency. But our ancestors didn't just walk, they ran. And to do that, evolution built a series of high-performance springs directly into our lower bodies. When you look at a chimpanzee's foot, it is flat, flexible, and has an opposable thumb-like toe designed for grasping branches. But your foot has a rigid, springy arch connected to a long, thick Achilles tendon. These structures act like giant rubber bands. Every time your foot hits the ground, the arch and the tendon stretch, storing elastic energy. When you push off, they snap back, releasing that stored energy and launching you forward for free. Primates do not have these springs. We engineered them specifically to travel endless miles across the open savanna. Then there is the gluteus maximus, your butt muscles. In chimpanzees, these muscles are tiny and weak, but in humans, they are massive. You don't have a large backside just for sitting. When you walk slowly, your glutes are actually relatively quiet. But the moment you speed up, jog, or run, these muscles fire violently. Their primary evolutionary job is stabilization. They act like massive biological brake pads, keeping your heavy upper torso from falling flat on its face with every forward stride. But our ultimate long-distance weapon isn't our springy feet or our massive glutes. It is our liquid cooling system. Most quadrupeds, like deer, horses, or wolves, are incredibly fast sprinters, but they have a fatal flaw. They cannot sweat. To cool down, they have to pant. But an animal cannot pant while galloping at full speed. They have to stop to breathe. Humans, on the other hand, lost their thick fur and gained up to 5 million sweat glands. We can dump heat directly through our skin while actively moving. This allowed early humans to develop a terrifying hunting strategy called persistence hunting. A hunter wouldn't try to outrun a fast antelope. Instead, he would track it in the absolute blistering heat of the midday sun, when other predators were hiding in the shade. The antelope would sprint away easily, but the human would just keep walking, tracking its footprints. The antelope would have to stop to pant and cool down, but before it could recover, the human would appear over the horizon, still walking. Hour after hour, mile after mile, the human kept coming. Eventually, after 15 or 20 miles of constant stress under the hot sun, the antelope's body would simply shut down from heat stroke. The human, cooled by his own sweat, would walk up and finish the hunt. We literally walked our prey to death. Today, anthropologists studying modern hunter-gatherers, like the Hadza of Tanzania, find that they walk between 6 and 9 miles every single day, year after year, without ever taking a rest day. They do not get chronic joint pain, their hearts are incredibly healthy, and obesity is non-existent. Our bodies expect us to walk. Our cardiovascular systems, our joint health, and our metabolisms are entirely dependent on constant, low-grade movement. We built a modern world where walking is entirely optional. We sit in chairs for 8 hours, drive in metal boxes, and then try to make up for it with a stressful 30-minute session on a treadmill. But your ancient hardware doesn't understand a treadmill. It understands the horizon. We were never designed to be static. We are a species defined by our journeys, built to cross continents on foot, carrying our stories with us. The next time you step outside and feel the urge to keep walking, don't turn back. Your body isn't just moving. It is doing exactly what it was engineered to do for millions of years.